Thank you so much, Alex. We're ready for this third map. Someone's going to have to go to that grand final, and we don't know who yet. Astralis and Fnatic. It all comes down to Inferno. I'm so hyped up for this match. I think it's going to be an amazing game. I just want Fnatic to continue playing at that level. That one guy in the crowd saying already the Astralis era is over, I think that was a bold prediction.
It might be a little bit early, but you do love the boldness. Here comes a B-rush, speaking of which, right at Zipnix, right down his throat, and he's gonna have to back away. Glaive is here as well, and they might actually want to stay on top with that. Flashbang is perfect, and there's no smoke, and somehow, I don't know how Glaive hits that.
Well, he was backing around the corner and he still hit the headshot. Now the boost is in, but they're all shooting back at him. Somehow, Astralis haven't lost a player yet. A lot of Glocks have been fighting them already, and Meg is missing their shots. Krims, he's not gonna allow him to play around all day up there. Shutting it down, and now there's nobody else coming from Banana. They know the whole retake is coming in from construction, more or less. Twist out of it as Glaive hits a headshot. Now 3 members left. JW, they've got a beautiful crossfire back here. The bomb taking one more for JW. He can't get the reload. Exist, he's trying desperately. Now the knives come out. Exist, one more kill, and it's gonna be Device. He's out of time. He gets the kill, but he just doesn't have it. He's gonna have to make a run for it. Fnatic, they'll win the pistol. Oh wow, 2 of the Fnatic players reloading in the middle of that retake. That could have cost them everything.
It could have, but they played it so well, and that's how you can recover from something like that, is that crossfire just not overextending, staying alive, buying more time. You know Astralis has to hunt you down. That is a hard-fought round to win for Fnatic. Right at the B bomb site, and JW doing just enough as well. His teammate exists. You could see him in the back corner desperately trying to keep him alive, and right here, that might have been the kill that seals it.
He had 7 bullets when he went for the repeat. If he reloads instead, that does buy an opening for Astralis to go for it. So, intelligent play coming up from JW in that scenario.
Here's the next beast though. Astralis and this utility, especially with the new money after losing the pistol, they get so much more nades in this second round. They were already very good at it. Now they can be even better at funneling you into narrow choke points for those HE nades. Not a whole lot of damage taken so far by Fnatic, which is nice. You can see they're giving a lot of respect towards the base of Banana, towards the top of that ramp.
And on Inferno, I mean, I guess on all maps, C-set 75s can be lethal. Oh, wow.
As I say it.
Yeah. That's painful. And now they have to get close to the C-set. You can't even really take long-range fight against it. So one more landing at the feet of JW. That's 2 players almost out of the round just from grenades.
Yeah, those nades are disgusting from Astralis. That is just so impressive what they've just done. Even a couple thrown out early, but Fnatic thought they were safe from it. And just staggered nades up Banana. Pass some of the rifles off, and now come the smoke strategy. Device has one, Dupree has the other, one at the B bomb site, one over at A. They can stall this hit off for some times with 35 seconds left on the clock. That's not good. That is not good at all for Fnatic if they have to run through a smoke, and they can't go B anymore. A smoke is just laid down, but Glaive is actually rotated away. Hitting the A bomb site is perfect right now for Fnatic. Can they actually make this work?
Magus, if he wins the fight against Froland, there's not going to be a lot of time left either. 20 seconds, they're boosting on the other side. This might be too slow for the Swedes. Dupree will take down Krims. And the celebration from winning that pistol round, it's gonna come to a crashing halt in this second round. 3 versus 5, 8 seconds, trying to run onto the bomb site. They might just get the bomb plant. I didn't even think they were gonna be able to do that. It's down, but they have no health and they can't get off the site either. Twist gets one with the Galil, but there are just so many more people coming. They're all circling this site. One more kill, he's reloading. It's a 2-on-2, but they have, what? 17 health between these 2 Fnatic players. There is no way in hell they should be able to win this one, and Sip will close it out. Astralis, brutal victory for them here in the second round.
That's too much to ask for out of Fnatic. A 2-on-4 stuck inside the bomb site, doing everything they can, but that's just the danger of Astralis on this map. We kind of highlighted it, that utility usage, the nades down Banana so damaging, the smokes that can stall you out, and that's just a round they win with pistols. They had nothing. You give them the M4s, you give them the AWP on Device, and we'll see if Fnatic can actually break into this defense, but that is a...
Pistols and grenades.
Yeah, that is a wake up to reality for Fnatic.
It must be even more frustrating because you know the stance, like just like the desk did, of how good Astralis are at landing the utility. So you wait for a long time, you feel like, okay, now we're safe, and then it happens anyway.
But even that burns time off the clock. You see him right at the end having to go through a smoke with 25 seconds left, and that's just not ideal. It's just the respect given over to the Astralis side of things. More nades coming in, more damage onto Brolin.
bit of a shot coming through at the bottom of Banana. Gonna apply a bit of damage to Crim's. Twist not being afraid at all. Challenging top mid with a deagle. Why not? I mean, they have a very limited chance of winning this round, Fnatic, but if they get a deagle shot on someone, that certainly swings the odds a little bit more in their favor. Oh, well, what can you say about that?
It's relatively safe spray for Xyp9x to take. He finds that first kill. Back to the A bomb site we go. Fnatic want nothing more to do with Banana. These smokes being perfectly timed, they're gonna have to kind of just push through this one as soon as it clears, but another one comes in and that's gonna stall him out even further, and that's just a slap in the face. There's no access anywhere on the map for Fnatic, so this one you feel is just gonna stall out. They'll get the AKs in the next round. They'll be able to buy in the next one.
They probably just want to do, I mean, any damage they can do early on is definitely going to help out. Twist had the right idea, but Device was just a second earlier with the M4. It's going to be all on Xist in the middle. He'll drop to Dupree and the MP5, and Astralis will pick up that second round. But as you said, back with the rifles yet again. Curious what they'll do about that whole Banana fight, right? Because the utility is so overpowering, but not taking Banana control makes life a lot easier for Astralis.
The tough part if you're Fnatic is you don't have the Molotov to force players away from the car. You don't have really a whole lot of HE grenades to fight with, and if you're going to use utility to battle for Banana early on, you're going to run out of it later on in this round. So Fnatic need to be very efficient with the utility that they do use. 3 players coming up alt mid. There's some good damage on towards Glaive. That's an HE grenade tossed up top Banana. They might want to pop flash through this. They're lining up to do just that at top mid, and actually here we go. Twist gets 1 kill. That's through the smoke at Banana, and now Dupree's not going to expect that whatsoever, and Fnatic have shocked Astralis. They've got the early knockout punch, and even Magisk, no idea they're this close in lane, and they all go down. Fnatic had to have just been as shocked as Astralis that they were getting so much free space just walking up and marching that whole way into the bomb site.
Yeah, I think they were after the first couple of kills. You know, hey guys, this is just working. Let's keep doing this. And now Xyp and JW having a silent standoff. I don't even know, I think, that they're on the other side of each other, so JW just talking a little bit and calling in some backup.
You have to love this. This is obviously game planned and theory crafted for Fnatic heading into this series, is the fact that, you know, you have to go on the hunt. When you get these plants early on in the round and you have the time and the money for it, you have to go chase down these Astralis weapons. You can't let them survive with 2 M4s or 3 M4s because they're going to have strong buys around it. You have to be ruthless.
That's going to build some confidence, I think, on the Fnatic side. Back and forth game early on. Astralis are not going to bow out of the fight for economy control early on here. They're going to pick up an AWP. They have very limited utility though on the CT side.
I was going to say you're gonna always take this kind of a buy out of Astralis on Inferno. Great pick for Device. That's JW caught trying to gain a little bit too much too fast.
We have a couple of smoke grenades still left on Astralis. And one actually just put out, I think, the third one they had. So 2 of them still in play. Third man rotating to the B bomb site. Device there with the AWP. Up on the coffin's hole. Oh, no. Twist has snuck past. They don't know he's here. Smoker's gonna go, but he's gonna be very close. Device still has no idea. Firing the AWP, he could be dead already. It's gonna be Xist instead, landing a beautiful headshot to take him down. And even if they had 3 people here, this is still hard for Astralis to retake.
Trying to spam it down. That's dangerous. They can fire right back at you. Tracer's giving up his position, but this should be a stronghold for Fnatic. Actually, Astralis, they might want to reconsider being here, and it might not matter. Over the smoke, Crims gets 1 more, and that's certainly going to be the safe call. Dupree's already bailed out of this fight. A couple really odd timings that Fnatic has hit with these contact plays at both bomb sites now. They've got themselves a 3rd round.
Kind of a curious situation for Astralis too, because if you have 3 people there already, you want to be able to defend that, right? You want to be able to put up a fight, and it didn't look like they even really were.
They weren't rotating a 3rd person over though. This is like classic Astralis on the defense. Device takes a shot in the middle, gets a kill, rotates to the other side of the map, and he was changing places with Glaive. And I think Glaive just realized too late that the hit actually was going to be at that B bomb site.
A strong beginning here for Fnatic. 3-2. Being back in the economy. Over 6,000 on Brolan, 5 on Exist, 5 on Twist, 5 on Crims. That's some money to work with. The same cannot be said for Astralis, though. I'd say the Swedes have a pretty good shot at gaining control, at least the first part of the first half here.
Here we go, double nades, triple nades, excuse me, and no one's there for Astralis, thankfully. They do back away before that fight even begins, but this is good pressure being applied from Fnatic because you want the Molotovs to come out this early, you want the smokes. Here comes a retake, delayed top mid take, but the Molotov holding him back. Xyp9x to lead the way, and actually, he pulls his nade out. I don't know if JW realizes he's there, though. JW is so casual about this, and there's the find. Oh, he goes for the follow-up. The prediction of the position, and now Glaive all alone.
He did a lot of damage, but what an opening from JW, and what a confusing situation with Xyp. I have no idea what was happening. It seemed like he saw them, but he didn't register. Device going to be falling back. There's still over a minute left. They don't really have to put up this much pace, but they are anyway, Fnatic. They want to run this bomb site down. Dupree will fall, and nothing to hold the site with. Glaive is down. Well played. Jumpy back there congratulating everybody on a round well played. 4-2, favoring Fnatic.
Uh-oh, Anders.
Yeah, they were out of money.
Yeah, the era of Astralis, maybe the guy in the crowd was right. This is so disgusting from JW. And then just pre-firing over the flames. I don't even think he actually saw. They just pretty brutal. And then to the other bomb site we go. 4-2, and again, I mean, Astralis, just because it worked in the second round and they've been so good with it in the past, smokes bought up, upgraded pistols, but not a whole lot of investment. They will have the 4-round losing bonus in their favor if they can't win this, so next round will be a strong buy for Astralis no matter what happens.
You never know if you could force some mistakes with smokes. That's always possible. They're not being slow about it though, Fnatic. Instead of waiting, you know, sub 1 minute, they're gonna push and force some of these grenades out.
Brolan's getting to the edge of Halls as well. Magic right beneath him. Ooh, there he goes. He spots one. He wanted to fight. He shoots a little bit too early. Sometimes can be a tricky angle to deal with as a terrorist, but JW wrapping up from behind the whole time. It's perfect, and even over towards Halls. Matt just trying to force his way in. It was the only way out for him. It's gonna be a 5th now for Fnatic. As they take over this A bomb site, and they put Astralis on the back foot early.
Yeah, they really are. They're playing such a focused game. It's like that win on Mirage, you know, gave them a second win, and now they really feel like they believe in it a little bit more.
It's the comeback on Dust 2, the win on Mirage, and then all of a sudden you start to feel we can't hang with these guys. Yeah, they might be the best team in the world, but we can hang with them, we can beat them.
And maybe some of the nerves for someone like Brolan, I mean, they certainly seem to be pretty much gone on Mirage, but, you know, now, 3rd map on a big stage here, it's starting to feel a little bit more, maybe a little bit more like home. 5-2, 8th round gonna be coming up, and the Danes can pick up rifles, but they've got to be a bit concerned as well. They don't have all of the money in the world. See if they can contest Banana for any amount of time. Astralis, oh, sorry, Fnatic have been pretty aggressive in grenading all of top Banana.
Well, here's what happens eventually. If Fnatic win this round and force Astralis back onto weird money again, is then Astralis just has already given up too many rounds, and they do have to go for a little bit more of those half buys. They do have to have, you know, buy guns on rounds where they won't have all the nades that they want to do that kind of banana control that they're so good at. So Fnatic has found themselves in a very good position, a well-earned position out of some of these early engagements.
They really have this time taking over apartments fairly early on. I think Exist was sort of shooting through. Oh, he takes down Maker's Key. Oh my God, what is going on? How can that be real? Exist. That's all the way from the bridge. He wasn't even close to the most forward player. And now Twist holding it back here, gonna win the fight against Glaive. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that.
This is gonna be laughing all the way to the bank, and here's what really hurts. This is what really makes it a gut punch, is that was the buy. That was the best buy Astralis had in this game. They'd had to wait a number of rounds for that. Now Xyp9x is still close by, no kit. And Exist is gonna find him as well, immediately checking all the corners and a little cheeky smile on his face.
This is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
This
That might have been like the 5th time ever I've seen Exist smile.
Yeah. That's a good point. He's not a very smiley person, is he?
I mean, if you're gonna hold on to a smile, then that's a good moment to bring it out.
I mean, the perfect thing is when you get the first kill as that spam on the right side, you could see him immediately switch to the left, because usually there is a double stack in those halls. If there's any aggression, there's a second one. So it's also great awareness, great heads up play from Exist.
Oh, it was. It's very, very demotivating for Astralis. It just has to be, as you said, that was finally a rifle round for them, and there's not even any fight going on. They just lose right off the bat. JW feeling a bit frisky with the Mac 10 gonna be just running in, and it's so low risk doing this. Long range fight, but I mean, again, even if they get him killed here, it doesn't really matter that much. He's still opened up a huge part of the map, and it's gonna be Brolin, even with the 180 spray to try and make sure he can follow it up. They'll be just fine in this round. Fnatic are playing very high-level Counter-Strike at the moment. 1 versus 3 here as Sip does take a kill, but they're gonna catch him anyway. Brolin with the triple, Fnatic with 7 rounds on the board.
Doing very good job communicating each other and knowing exactly how to cover a teammate as he takes a certain fight. Starting to look very, very good for Fnatic, but they're really catching Astralis off guard a little bit. I think this kind of style of which fights they're taking, the fight selection that Fnatic has, is confusing Astralis a little bit. The random walks up middle, twist, coming into the B bomb site, just going for an open fight with no indication, no flashbangs.
Bullets coming through the walls.
That'll confuse anybody, won't it? Oh, Fnatic, you've got yourself in a great position to make it into the grand finals.
Yeah.
Here at IEM Chicago, 7-2.
What an unlikely story that would be. And the path to get there, taking down the number 1 team in the world, would certainly help out. Does take down Twist, and he makes it back almost unscathed. That's a nice fight, and I think one that they just weren't ready for.
Well, you got to know you're going to win some and lose some from that in that position on that part of the map. Brolin next up, he's got Magisk waiting for him.
More grenade damage.
More grenade damage all over the place. All they really have left is this A-hit. They have no one at the B bomb site. They don't have any kind of a staging area. They do have 1 minute, so at this point, they can't just kind of go for a pick. And actually, JW, I think he found the player out in the open that he wanted, but I'm not quite sure he was ready to take that fight.
Didn't want to continue that peek, no. I mean, they didn't have control of pit, so if he swings out wide, that key could be peeked from 2 or 3 or 4 different angles at that point.
Still not going back towards B. Crims, at the moment, just checking for a flank. 36 seconds on the clock. And now, actually, it starts to look like they want to just kind of call a really impromptu mid to B split. Well, I guess it would be a wrap onto that B bomb site through CT spawn. JW waiting in the corner. Brolin spots Dupree trying to find some information. Here comes Zipnix, a delayed take at top banana. Zipnix is going to win it out. Perfect flashbang. Fnatic, this kind of a call took way too long to come to fruition.
Gonna lose that AWP. Looks like might be, not quite, but close to a flawless round here for the Fnatic, for the Astralis side. Brolin charging on into Library, and he's gonna get shut down too. 3rd round for Astralis, and we're seeing some high fives, Sonic doing around, everyone's getting a little bit here, but
yeah,
they must be feeling the pressure on the Danish side at the moment. Can't imagine otherwise.
That kind of a win with what? I think it was it all 5 players surviving? 4 players surviving. I think that's going to make you feel a bit better. You're going to save up some money. You're not on the verge of being reset like they have every other time. You kind of get to breathe a little bit easier in that sense, but you do absolutely have to claw back some of these rounds. 3-7. JW, a very narrow angle in middle. Ops on each side of the board. Delayed take in Banana. Zipnix and Glaive once again pushing their way down. This time there's no one there for Fnatic in the nades. JW catches one of those pretty nicely.
They're gonna boost device up on the wall and just leave him there as 4 people rotate back. He does get spotted, so heads up play from JW, but he didn't get the kill. And actually, just the spot is what calls Sip back. They feel like, right, now it's risky again.
That's a victory for Fnatic. Forced to smoke out as well, brought a 2nd player back. They're gonna, looks like they want to reboost device, but while all this is going on, again, if Fnatic finds that odd timing to just say the word go, a bomb site can be under a lot of pressure.
55 seconds on the clock. 2 people in apartments. 1 good kill on this A bomb site will open it up for the completely crushing blow here. Dupree going to be going down. Glaive with one in return. They have to defend this round. Astralis, they're so far behind already. But one good headshot from Crims to take down Magus. And flashbang right in the eyes of Glaive. He can't see a single thing. 2 versus 4. And they're reading everything right. Triple for Crims. No chance for that A defense. That could have been a lot harder for Fnatic. There's 4 people on there.
Fnatic just seems so zoned in. All these players seem to be reading exactly what's coming to them. They look so comfortable together. Crims goes down after 3 kills, and that's a nice patient shot from Device. But look at this, Exist and Brolin, both of them leaving the A bomb site. They know there's no chance that Device is going to get over there to defuse, and they want to take this gun away from him. Back to that game plan they had before this series goes live, obviously wanting to be relentless at the end of these rounds.
Yeah, and it's all about the economy for Astralis anyway, so any bit of damage you can do would help out. They're not going to get Device, but they will get the round instead, and I think they're just fine with that. 8-3. It's very grouped up in the kills. JW's at 10, Exist at 8, the rest on 7. There are no stragglers right now on the Fnatic side. Just playing a good game.
Very good, solid game, and they forced a second timeout out of Astralis in this first half. You could see Zonic there kind of talking things over, trying to get his team a little bit more focused. Give them some pointers on what they're missing out on in some of these rounds. Device with an AWP, they're gonna buy again. You can drop 2 weapons. Crowd goes wild for the chicken.
Showing off a little bit. Opposing.
Like a good chick, do you?
You can put that thing on the runway on the red carpet, Moses.
Device, that off at the top of Banana.
Chicken has more fans than Astralis and Fnatic combined, apparently.
Oh, that's brutal. That is so tough. Device wanted to regain the angle, and it's just not there for him. We've all lost the plot here in Chicago. Fnatic up 8-3 over Astralis. And this third map of the first semifinal, whoever wins this, whoever wins Inferno will be going to the grand finals tomorrow afternoon against either Team Liquid or FaZe. And this is one of the few times, we've seen it happening more and more recently, but this is one of the few times we have seen Astralis put on the back foot. Now it's about closing it out.
Device, he's gonna stick around. Should have a clear shot now that the smoke is fading. Fnatic, they can re-smoke it if they need to. Glaive setting one up. There's Device with the opening. It's almost all or nothing right now for Astralis. They desperately need rounds. 8 is such a good number for Fnatic at the moment. JW running right through Glaive on the other side. Oh, I can't believe he got that shot Exist. But the bomb is dropped with 20 seconds. They need the bomb plant. Grenade on top of the box to take him down. And they're going to complete the bomb plant. Nobody there to stop it. Sip is gone and pushing through. JW so aggressive. Magus goes down to Brolin and trying to run away is the free. Another round here for Fnatic. 9-3.
Oh, it felt like Astralis just got a grip on that with the kill from Device, the second one. In a great position, but again, the nades from Fnatic. They're doing this so well. Coming through a smoke, JW wreaking havoc, being the one to turn towards CT spawn. A 9th round now, and there's no money left. There's nothing for them to fight with, especially if they're able to find Dupree right at the end. That would be the dagger. I don't know if it's too early to say that they might just be knocked out of the semifinal.
It's getting very, very close right now. They're going to find the rifle at the end. Well,
Fnatic seems to have some magic in these IEMs. Katowice earlier this year coming out of nowhere to upset FaZe in the grand finals.
Yeah, it's really, really impressive. It's just not easy to do. I think this kill that happened right before this one, Exist taking down Glaive, that's actually what opens it up, because if Glaive gets the kill instead, he's going to go into the corner and hide, and then...
There's no time, yeah.
Yeah, then there's no time, but also Device gets another shot with the AWP probably, because all the focus is on somebody else, so... That was just one opening kill for Exist, but it really had a lot of weight in that round, I think.
Nice thing about this, you can see JW definitely knows when they have the advantage. He knows there's not going to be utility or any nades to test against him. Oh, and look how aggressive he's being. Just the information. Astralis doing a good job of holding onto those smokes. Not using them too early. Some utility passed out, maybe to try and force that out, and they do. That's a big win for Fnatic early on at the B bomb site. Back to A we go, and Device is lured into peeking for some information, and he might overextend himself.
Wave and JW waiting for each other. J-Dub's gonna come out on top. Will fall, but still, they know at the most there could be 3 people on this side, and they should have more or less confirmation that it's not gonna be a lot of rifles or anything else like that. 50 seconds, clearing out the most likely corners with the utility. Good job. Stay away from the fire there. They're gonna be fine.
Here we go, wrapping onto the bomb site. The perfect fight for these AKs against the CZs and Pit. May just patiently waiting. That needed to be a win for Dupree. Now it's just the one player left, and Brolin is not going to leave no stone unturned, but it doesn't matter. Maj is still alive a little bit longer, but this is near impossible situation for him, and there's Twist waiting for the flank.
It's very, very patient. I mean, one of the errors I think Fnatic could make in this scenario would be that because they're up 7 rounds now, that they would sort of, hunt a little bit too much, like throw away some opportunities that, when they think they've won like a 4 versus 3 or 5 versus 3. Right. I don't really see many signs of that right now. It feels like they've got control of the team in a very nice way.
Oh, but let's go on a little bit of a time travel. Let's go back to the major, back in London. Team Liquid beating Astralis in this fashion on the T side of Inferno in a best-of-1 game, and then Astralis coming back to force overtime in that. And even though they did fall, we know this offensive Astralis is going to be dangerous on this map, and if you are Fnatic, you have to avoid giving them any kind of space to work with.
Well, they might have a treat for us here. It's going to be a bit of fireworks in this round, Moses. All HE grenades, USPs, so we'll see if they can up that average round damage on the utility side.
Yeah, that'd be nice, I think.
Get a clean, 600 damage in on some group of people.
Well, where they put him is going to be the question. Sipnix has one at B, 3 down mid. There's the first, there's the second, and actually, I don't know if he just stopped intentionally, but the nades do absolutely nothing, Anders. They do just damage onto Exist right here at the end.
Sad. I feel like we deserved a good
4-man nade stack.
Yeah, some fireworks. Fnatic probably had enough of that already. Glaive taking a fight, taking a lot of damage too. Oh, oh no!
Oh god!
I would love to see that replay. Actually, I think he might have jumped.
I mean, everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Grim's waiting patiently, and Dupree gives up the game. There he goes. Pistol is out. Magus gonna find him. They know there's exactly one more. Oh, word! Magus now 2-on-3. He's picked up the AWP. He can actually wreak some havoc. They have to go for this.
Yeah, it's all on the line anyway. Only 3 rounds in the pocket for Astralis, and now that Magus is slowed down. It's usually easier to get these kills if you just keep going. That slow down moment, yeah, that's when they have to fall back. So saving the AK-47 becomes the new plan. 11 rounds for Fnatic. I'm blown away by this team right now. I
thought surely you would just go for that if you're Astralis. They're going to have a 4-round losing bonus. They're going to be able to buy up all this in the next round. So 2-on-3, you're close to the bomb site. Hail Mary at 3-10.
Yeah, they're not feeling it. Not right now. Swedes playing a wonderful game. Dying to the bomb means absolutely nothing. 11-3 the scoreline. 15th round. Last of the first half here on the final map coming up. Fnatic are 5 rounds away from making the grand finals.
Yeah, that's kind of an outrageous thought, isn't it?
It really is. Look at this, look at it. Oh, he's gonna fall down.
That's really unfortunate. This is also a half where Astralis lose the pistol but win the second and the third. It seemed like they were gonna get off to a good start, and it just completely spiraled away from them. Oh, that's a nice top flash over for Xyp9x. You can only get one before being traded. A crucial trade. And Device just waiting patiently for the follow-up. The young gun Twist Bit off more than he could chew there.
Another headshot. JW obviously expecting a second angle then. 2 versus 4. It's going to be very hard. They need Astralis to make a little bit of a mistake. Meg is doing a bit of damage there. Dupree, a huge off angle. They just don't see it coming. 1 versus 2 now for Crims. Not out of the question. Trying to shoot through, but he gets tagged back. A bit more firepower in that AWP to shoot through boxes. Still got 50 seconds. He's played an amazing semifinals. That's going to put him on 3 health. It's 2 more than you need, Moses.
That's true.
Gotta look on the bright side.
I think there was a world in which you could have won that 1 versus 2 until Device tagged him through the box. Now it's just no mistakes. And actually, even the cool thing is Astralis just backing off of everything. Just giving him the bomb site, saying it's fine, do whatever you want while you're in A. As long as we know your general area, because once you plant the bomb, then we're definitely going to know you're inside the bomb site. And Crims is going to have to find a way. I mean, against Device, it doesn't much matter his health, right? It's Glaive that he's got to worry about.
Also, he kind of has to plant inside of the bomb site, and they have Molotovs. If they throw them over the roof, oh, he does get spotted there. Goes for the fight, takes one down. 6 seconds left. The grenade is out, and he's going to go for the default plant. 4 seconds. Walking closest Device. This shouldn't be possible. Crims, I don't know how he's still alive, and he's going to get caught. A 4th round for Astralis is very, very little consolation. Just making sure he doesn't return, Moses.
That's what you got to do against the undead. You burn them.
I'm hearing a lot of boos out of the crowd. I like this idea. Let's get a little bit of banter going. 11-4 in the first half in favor of Fnatic. What a magnificent start for the Swedish team.
That Molotov onto the body might have felt like one of the few victories Astralis had in that first half, so fair play to Device. It's a long road ahead. Not too often do we say this with Astralis. They've got to make a big comeback in these semifinals. We'll find out if they can do it when we return from the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The final half of this best of 3 semi-final. Chicago, make some noise! We're gonna get right into the action here. It's gonna be all on the line for the Danes. They were probably the favorite team to make it to the grand finals, maybe even win it. Closer to that Intel Grand Slam, $1 million, and this could all be robbed from the Swedes. They are back with a vengeance here on the third map, 11-4. I can't believe what we're seeing.
And, you know, before the first 2 maps of the series, Fnatic was very much powered by a few individual. We saw Twist having a phenomenal game on Dust 2. JW was crushing it on Mirage. Here on Inferno, this is a team effort. 14 kills on Crims, and then, I mean, Twist is at the bottom with 9. There's not a big disparity. And it's Astralis who has just been punished. They've been the favorites in essentially every single tournament they've attended in recent memory.
Let's see what they can do now. They need to get back to the surface for a little bit of air, and instead, Fnatic, they want to hold them under. They're just going to be pushing down the middle with the USPs, and they don't even know it yet. Magus Key could be dead already. JW just ready and waiting for it. Does get caught, but this is so confusing right now for the Danes. They don't know what's happening. Finally, they're going to peek on out. They're all lined up, and Dupree, he does get 1 kill.
That round is all Device. Calls the information. This needs to be a win from Twist. You're the winner, you give up the fight, but the rest of Astralis is heading towards Banana. Xyp9x patiently waiting in the A halls. They don't have to commit here, but I think they have too much of an advantage to back away. Xyp9x now going to be on a flank, but he's still so far off from being involved. The question is, can Astralis delay this retake for him to get into the action, for him to have an impact?
The longer this takes, the closer it gets to Sip winning the round from simply walking up behind them, and we're about 7 seconds out from that happening. That bomb is planted, and he's so patiently waiting. Wants the call from his team. There's an opening from Exist, but again, just needs to walk up and take a single shot. Gonna be take a little bit of while there, actually, but he does get it done. Crims falling low. Oh my God. Still accurate, even though 2 or 3 people were shooting at him. And Twist is going to be running out of time no matter what here. It's a beautiful handling of the USP. Can't take anything away from him, but there wasn't going to be time. Astralis will win the pistol. It's one very small step in the right direction.
That's fair play to Fnatic. That is not an easy call to make when you're up 11-4 and you switch sides to make that kind of an aggressive pistol round down mid, but it's all Device. He just barely spots it out, or at least communicates the possibility, which means Magisk gets to spin around. And then Device throws the flashbang over top middle, which as Fnatic retreats, it allows Dupree to pop up from that little underpass and find himself the opening kill. That was so close. That was on a razor's edge to being all Fnatic. And again, they're going to go right back to it. This time, I think they're going to beat him. No one spotting. Glaive out in the open, but the weaponry is just too strong. No armor, no rifles, no nothing. Astralis on 6.
You know what? I think that was just Fnatic helping us out, Moses, saying, you know what? This round is going to be kind of a slow and long one if we don't just do this. So here we go. Let's get into the rifles, which they are right now.
I feel like that's just like a Fnatic style. They did it on the T side as well. They just, you know, they lose the pistol and they're like, you know what, let's just rush something. No game plan for round 2. Don't buy anything. Get it over with.
Oh, Astralis killing the chickens.
That was a really aggressive squawk.
Audience has not loving that. Oh no. Oh dear God.
This robot has no emotions. He's failed the Turing test.
Taking the anger out on the chickens, Moses. That is not fair. That could have very well been a kill for Device. And that would have been a very frustrating way to lose that first rifle round because there's nobody else on the B bomb side, so.
I say, and what fortitude from Fnatic to not rotate anyone over as well. They're just trusting Crims. Throw out that smoke and it's all you, baby. We want to keep 4 towards A. We do see Astralis frequently try and take bracket control, so maybe they just want to be there to punish it when this happens. Exist is smoked off, but he's got 3 players in lane. That's a big opening kill and a big follow-up through the smoke.
A little bit of a misstep there from Twist, but he's lined up for the follow-up. The bomb is right in front, and he's going to take down Magus. Suddenly, it's looking great. Device wants to follow up, but I mean, the bomb is still on that corner over there. They need to pick it up and get back over here, even if Device wins the fight, which he won't. That bomb was always going to be a problem. Sip now has it, but I mean, it's going to be a long fight to get back into this round for him. 30 seconds, and he goes down. 12 on the board here for Fnatic. First rifle round, they're looking very solid at the moment.
I cannot believe that they just let Crims play that B bomb site all on his own. That is not an easy thing to do, especially when you've already used your smoke so early in the round. 12-6. Astralis need to stay flush with cash. They need to win a couple before they're able to go back. That was Dupree.
Oh yeah, and Sip later on, wasn't it? We'll see. I don't know if there's such a thing as a chicken shelter, Moses, but maybe Astralis gonna have to donate money to one later on just to clear up the PR from this disaster.
It's on cobblestone, fortunately.
Great chicken genocide of 2018.
Dupree leading the way for Zipnix and Magisk towards the end of halls. It's a long time to just be grouped up along this wall, though at any moment a pop flash could come in. None of them are actually turned for it, so that's quite dangerous. JW, here comes. Oh, he's gonna make this play. They don't turn, he doesn't commit to it either though. And they're aware, they're ready for this, but the smoke, that's perfectly timed. JW, he can wreck them all. A crossfire, and Brolin's gonna pick up the slack.
Yes, nicely done in the defense. 2 versus 3, they've done a lot of damage onto Device. The bomb will be planted, but holding on to this, there's 2 smokes left on Fnatic. They can make that pit player in Glaive somewhat irrelevant, and he's the one with the most health, so we'll see how this plays out. There is another smoke here on Device. Timing is everything, and Fnatic are being very, very slow about this. It has only just gone down, but that re-smoke now forces them to make some pretty tough choices. Do they want to flash their way through or spend time wrapping around? And it looks like they're going to make the wrap. Exist coming through with Glaive with a headshot on 1. Back in a 2-on-2, and Glaive has got the perfect timing. 1 more kill for him for the double, and now it's Twist, and he's going to have to back on out. I can't believe Astralis actually broke through into that bomb site.
Well, there were only 2 actual defenders there. It was just JW and Brolin, and they got, a couple kills, yes, but you do lose the bomb site, and we know one Inferno. Both of these sites are so hard to retake. This has got to be the most difficult map we have in the entire pool for retakes. Just too many good positions from Glaive. This is great movement and obviously clearing out the other side as well. He knows Crims is going to be focused into the bomb site.
Yeah, standing on top of the bicycle for that first kill.
Trick shot.
Yeah, it's a bit of an acrobat, isn't it?
Yeah, 20 points.
Never seen anyone do that in a circus. 20th round. Gonna be Molotoving out the top of Banana just to keep a bit of control, but Fnatic, they have very little to contest this with. If they win this round, though, with the CCs and the AWP, that's, then they're almost there.
Almost. Well, that's a pretty good exchange for Exist, all things considered. He's gonna back away, but he'll be happy with that damage that was done. The real strength for Fnatic, they want Twist with the AWP to get involved. Unfortunately, it's on the other side of the map. It's over at the B bomb site. And even Crims paired up with them there. That's a lot of resources where there's really no opponents to find. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah, but they're trying to find out. I mean, they are kind of doing a good job looking that way. Now they're going to rotate back. They might be just 5 seconds too late on this rotation. But if they all 5 get here in time, that could get interesting. JW inside of the smoke. There's 1 kill for Device. JW wants a little bit more. He's now going to be flanking 2 or 3 people. Is it going to be enough? That's the bomb down with 40 seconds. Kill on Brolem, but they might have just done it here. 37 seconds. The bomb is still out there. Someone has to go and pick it up, and when they come back, are they going to cross paths with Twist and that AWP? That's the big question here. Magisk wins the fight now. Twist, is he going to be quick enough? He's already got the 1 kill. He's set up for the angle. They do make the cross, and I think that might be the big problem for him now. This AWP is really valuable for Fnatic. Now he's low, and he's going to try and re-peek it just a bit, but I don't think it's worth going for this one.
Oh, he took that one last peek, and everyone is probably holding their breath. The rest of Fnatic knowing he has to save that. They want that weapon for the next round, or they're going to have a full buy around it. They did an admirable effort. JW almost swung it with that flank through the smoke. 8-12 for Fnatic as they're the ones trying to make a comeback. It's a 4-1 run to start this half off. But Fnatic is going to have plenty of cash to play with in the next round.
And if you're Fnatic right now and you know you need 4 more rounds, there's no point in looking for those 4 rounds in the sort of, pistol forces or anything like that. You're going to be looking for them in the full rifle rounds. So get as many of them as you can on the board. 21st round about to start off here, but Fnatic must be feeling still pretty confident in this lead. Their defense on Mirage was looking decent. Much better than on Dust 2.
That AWP is going to go towards top banana. 3 players to defend initially. There's the utility usage we all know and love. All to put Twist in a defensive spot, but there's actually a gap in that smoke. They got to be careful if they go too far down. Device almost eats a nade. Still just 2 defenders at the A-bomb site. Just now rotating back.
He's not going to be able to shoot through the wall, guys, at that angle. I hate to break it. That's too steep an angle.
Weird flex.
You're okay with it? Oh, see, that shot through the wall can work. Alone on the bomb side is Twist. 4 on the other side. He's playing this so aggressively with the AWP. If they flash and run him down, they're going to be crouching up. That flick could have hit, but yeah, he's going to call in some backup now. Actually, a lot of people rotating out of A.
Dupree might have been close enough to hear some of that, so he might actually be passing some information on. But yeah, 3rd player, Brolin, starting to cheat over now, 2nd guessing it. That was a very aggressive angle from Twist. And now Exist is called out. Mid control has been lost. Brackets have been taken over by Astralis. 30 seconds on the clock, and it seems like actually Astralis doesn't necessarily know where they want the end game.
I agree.
It seems like they're trying to set up some kind of a fake, but it's looking very disorganized, and time is running out.
You don't usually see this out of Astralis. They are almost never disorganized, but I agree. This is the symptom of that kind of play. GW actually rolling, going to pick it up. Wants to get back around the corner, going to try and run him down. He's going to get the kill there, Glaive, with a UMP, and that leaves open the bomb site. 10 seconds, and oh, it's going to be very, very close. Going to be the jump. If someone had been in library to get that shot, God only knows. 3 on 3 now, and Exist, he's out in the open. If he dies, then they're going to have to cancel the round, and they might actually have to do that anyway.
I think they're going to stick around for just a little bit longer, see if they can get just 1 kill. When that smoke clears, maybe they'll have 5 seconds to find a frag, but if not, they're all going to back away. Though Crims is actually pretty close up on the rap side. They might actually still dedicate to this, but that would be so hard with this little time left, with no utility. I think the Molotov is just going to seal things. Yeah, another round for Astralis. They're going to get their 9th.
That did not look... I mean, you can play rounds on this map. Obviously, infamously, it's going to be, you know, Zeus's Na'Vi, that especially early on in Global Offensive, all the time, you know, sub 20 seconds. That didn't look like one of those really well-orchestrated rounds from Astralis. That looked a little bit more panicky.
It feels like the confusion or the disorganization of Fnatic almost helped them in a way. Fnatic really didn't know what was coming either. You could see they started to investigate with that 20-some seconds left and walked right into a really awkward crossfire between Boiler and mid. Either way, Astralis still in it, and Fnatic with enough weapons to convince themselves forcing up is a good idea. They have a shotgun on JW, another M4 in the mix.
Oh, well, you know, if we're going to roll back the years, then why not have the Max 7 on JW? That only seems reasonable. Some shots coming through. Glaive, inspired by Exist, and wanted to do the same. A little bit of a tag onto JW, but he's still in a great position. Turn this corner, and you might just get a face full of pellets. Device dropping low. JW, he's thinking about it.
He wants it. Oh, great win from Crims. That's over towards the B bomb site, so they've Fnatic. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh! That was worse than I even thought it would be. It looked like he was going to pre-aim too deep, and he snapped back, but oh, he's even able to get away somehow, JW. And there's Dupree with the spam, and again, just missing. This guy is a superhuman. Crims boosted up in B as well. A 5-on-3. We saw Fnatic lose a number of these on Dust 2. It seems like they've solved those issues.
That was a wonderful flick, wasn't it? Usually, you know, CJW, that kind of thing, it's with an AWP in your hand and it's a longer range. Look forward to the replay. That was very fast indeed. Now, 30 seconds and they lose the entry. That's pretty much what they needed. Now it's almost impossible here. Device low from earlier. Down in the pit, the grenade comes out. Only casualty was the chicken. Oh, caught with 19 seconds. Exist has to play this one smartly. He has a flashbang to buy a little bit of time, but he's going to go aggressive. If he dies, that's a problem. He's going to go, oh, they lined right up for him. tried to jump over it, didn't matter. And that's gonna be 13 rounds on the board, Fnatic. So close, they can taste that grand finals now. 3 more rounds.
And a timeout being called as well from Astralis. Talking things over, they're right on the edge in terms of their money as well. They might have to save them this round, or at least half buy. A couple players aren't sitting too pretty, but yeah, this is weird. Like the question becomes, does Astralis know what to do in this kind of a situation? They haven't encountered it, except for maybe, you know, starting at the Blast Copenhagen. They really haven't had to deal with too much adversity in their run.
Yeah, it's true, and if they have, it's usually been, I mean, they've ended up playing a lot of the same top-level teams. I feel like Fnatic is one of those teams, even though they have this incredibly strong core, that will have snuck maybe a little bit under Astralis' radar. I mean, they obviously knew they were going to play them, so they
It's snuck under all of our radars as well. No one really know what to think of them, and it's always a question of how the young guns are going to do. Are the old guys going to be able to step up the way we know they can? The answer to both of those has been yes. 13-9, we're back into it. And Astralis, this buy is so important for them. 2 AKs, 2 CZs, and a UMP, but they have to make this work. They're running low on money. Look at all the nades, all the utility, and there's one pocket for that Molotov to work.
I'm not sure if they saw each other. Device has the perfect read. That's well done. He's going to continue the fight, but he did take a bullet to the face, so he's going to be a little bit more inactive for the remainder of this round. Exist still playing around here. He's got backup as well. Twist behind him with the AWP. I think they're almost trying to bait someone into a peek. If they jump, they probably die right here. They're waiting for it. Nicely done. Bomb down. Ready for more. Big double kill for Twist. 3 on 4. Astralis giving the round right back at the feet of Fnatic. He's going to get a third one, too. Shutting down the Bison. They stand on top of the smoke. I think he collided with it. A bit unfortunate there for Exist. Still a 2 on 3, and they're not even going to fall back. They just want to continue a little bit into the bomb side. Spray is perfect. And Dupree in a 1 versus 3. About to be 14 rounds for Fnatic. Astralis are going to run out of money here as well. This is an absolutely unmitigated disaster for the Danish side. How does he make it back on? I'm not even sure if it is possible. He's going to be trying to creep on in. He just needs to break the crossfire, but they're set up so nicely. And now he's down to 40, swapping out one of the better weapon, got the UMP instead. Gotta put out the grenade, but it does not do all that much. 15 seconds, 14 rounds for Fnatic.
And JW had enough of that, and Fnatic truly in the driver's seat now. No money left on the Astralis offense. They have to sit this round out. What a delivery from Twist in that round with the AWP. Beautiful shots in a retreating battle into the bomb site. A lot of the finesse has kind of gone away. A lot of this now is just straight battles from Astralis trying to force their way in. And they have to buy up again. They have to. CZ's coming out for Astralis. They don't want to let Fnatic get to 15. This is great, because Glaive had already made it past that smoke, so Magus probably thought it was pretty safe.
Just the little details in this one as well. You see it on the replay. Turning for the flashbangs, even scoped up. That can be a bit tricky. Where do you go with these CCs, Moses? Out the apartments. Run for it, get that waterfall, jump down and pit.
I guess that, or you try and get some real speed going up towards Banana and try and beat some of those deep nades that come down in the deep Molotovs. If you can get through those, maybe have, you know, third or fourth player in the rush play with smoke out to put out the Molotov. If you can beat that timing, that's pretty deadly as well. But it looks like they are going to go up alt mid. Maybe a pop flash through a top mid smoke.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting way to kick off the round. In that case, it would, yeah, they need someone with the flashbang to set that up if they really are going to go for it. Gonna go high over the building and right around the corner, collapsing on Arch. Good crossfire setup. Oh my God. Crims, no chance at all, and they're going to continue to try and wrap around Twist. Feeling a bit uncomfortable. They're going to be running into CT spawn, and they win that fight against Exist. This is a complete Hail Mary right now for Astralis. They have to win this round, otherwise they're not going to go to the grand final. Sip with one more kill. He takes down Twist, and now that's the B bomb site in their control. Both of the Fnatic players retaking from Banana. What a grotesque round.
JW's going to lead the way. They want to go for it. They're going to catch 2. Now it's the disaster. Smoke towards CT spawn, and that's where both Astralis players are. Magic's going to have to rotate through. They must stop this defuse. JW playing behind the smoke and obviously over the top. Rolling, he's gonna get caught. That's Zipniks to find it. A 1-on-2 now for JW, and he has no idea where the second player is either, and I think Astralis will be able to find this, but it's not planted for them. Oh, he could do this. They don't realize it. JW, he's gonna get it. He's gonna put Fnatic on 15.
That one little mistake, all it took, he saw it and just went for it. And you see look at Sonic's face, he's not happy. That was their ticket back into the game.
These are mistakes that aren't normally made by Astralis as well. That's gotta be the frustration for the coach as well. Yeah, Fnatic get away with one there, don't they? I mean, you thought it was a disaster, and then two players kind of trying to evacuate that bomb site far too quickly. That gets sprayed down by the players flanking Banana, and then the plant position.
Well played on JW. I still can't believe that all of Fnatic are this close in kills. The lowest is Exist on 16, the highest is JW on 18, and everybody else at 17. They're just so grouped up right now. This is a fantastic team effort out of the Swedes.
It's the best part is they put up a good fight on Dust 2 and then obviously won Mirage with a lot of individual effort and obviously a lot of team play. And this map has just been all teamwork for Fnatic. That is really, really cool to see. One more round, 6 chances to get it. And Fnatic will have shocked the Counter-Strike world coming into this event.
Yeah, seems like they're really back once again. After a long time off, bit of a boost here. Crim's taking a little bit of damage. A lot of people on the other side. This is a chance to close it right here, but Exist is going to be alone. That draws from the bomb. He's fighting, and he gets one more kill. That's a lot of damage. A massive health advantage right now for the Fnatic side. Grenade going to soften up Sip a little bit more.
Well, they found their way into the bomb site, but all these Molotovs, all the fire slowing down the plant. Fnatic's gonna be here, and that smoke is gonna clear. They've got themselves in a great position. JW just wants to end it. He wants to be aggressive. Oh, that nade stopped him. The nade slowed him down. Advantage again to Astralis.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Colliding with the grenade. He's not gonna be happy at all. You're gonna throw the bomb over. Are they just gonna walk out? That seems crazy. They've been here for 10 seconds, but yeah, they're gonna evacuate the bomb site, and maybe they heard. Roland seems to be thinking about it. Twist now saying, yeah, there's really nobody here right now, and they're going to be back at A. That's a bold call for Astralis.
It's a mean call as well. Fnatic's got to be just like, come on, just go into the bomb site, just get it planted. Roland makes it back, but it's not in time to stop anything. And I think from here, you have some time to try and find a kill, but you're out of money as well on the Fnatic side, and you definitely save now. Good call from Astralis.
There were a number of ways they could have lost that round. I mean, even the fight at top Banana, they do trade evenly, but they take so much damage. That could have gone very badly. Patiently waiting to try and get the bomb down, and they just call it off instead. A 10th round for Astralis. It doesn't give you that much comfort if you're an Astralis fan right now, because you still know that one mistake and they're out. Instead, it's going to be Fnatic with a chance. Oh, Twist with the AWP staying alive.
Oh, we've seen this before. Twist with an op and pistols on the rest of Fnatic, and they almost made it work previously. Brought it into a 2-on-2 that was just narrowly lost. Astralis has got to start feeling a little bit better. They can afford some of these rifles. They can actually afford some of the utility, and actually, we're always a little bit sketched out by these decisions, but Fnatic is going to invest. They're going to invest a lot as well around that AWP. There's still some left over. But it does feel like a big risk. 5 rounds left for them to get that winning round. And potentially putting your economy in the dumpster.
Oh, Twist. Could be finding Dupree. That's down the middle. They want to see if they can follow up, rushing for the smoke. That's a very good follow-up from Glaive. If he dies...
I was gonna say, that's a whole round predicated on Glaive getting at least that first kill, and he very easily could have gone down to the boost.
So, getting a bit scary. But they're going to be able to make it out of this round. So, keeping the AWP alive on Twist. See if they could maybe find that weapon that Dupree dropped in the middle. That would certainly help them out. I think that's what Magus is thinking too. They're not going to be allowed to pick it up. So, This is really where every little detail matters if you're going to make it to the end here. Can't let the economy get back in the hands of Fnatic. If you're Astralis, yeah, very uncomfortable position to be in. Currently, it's Device clocking in top of the scoreboard for the Astralis side with 19 kills, Sim right behind him. I mean, they're not as grouped up as Fnatic are, but still, everyone playing reasonably well right now on the Astralis team.
2 in a row now for the Danish side. Starting to build up into it, and this again should be a little bit of an easier time for them. They still have that AWP on Twist that they have to worry about, but outside of that, it's just pistols. The investment in this previous round that doesn't pan out, that had to have been a kill for either Exist or Crims. So Astralis with a big weaponry advantage. 5 rifles, no AWP.
Just need to find out where that AWP is going to be playing and then try and avoid it.
Ooh, well here it is. They're gonna go right at it. Twist needs just 1 kill. That's a good find for Zipnix. Holds the angle, gets aggressive, needs 1 more. Waiting for the follow-up, but he's not expecting it to come up the stairs. Not expecting the follow-up from Magisk.
That's actually a big win. They've saved that AWP for a couple of rounds, but now it's gone.
He needed just 1 more second before to get that angle deep in towards the staircase to make that stack really work out.
Yeah, because then he would have taken the first shot, fallen back, and they would have maybe forgot about that corner where JW was holding. Now, they're going to clean it up here. Crims may be able to get 1 more kill if he's really fortunate, but he's going to get spotted. Maggie's laser focused at this point in the game. 12-15. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. And now Fnatic, they have rifles back. Again, 1 good early kill. A couple of good grenades being landed. Doesn't take much to push Astralis off the edge. What's that clucking, Moses? Is that you?
Yeah. Been practicing my chicken impression.
Valuable skill.
Yeah. Here we go. Full buy for the Fnatic side. All back on Twist hands as well. He's going to have it towards Banana. We've seen him be effective here, at least to hold on to the top of it at the start. There's the jump up on the logs and Twist the flick up. Narrow miss. Molotov is going to force him back, so good control of Banana for Astralis provided just by 1 man, just by Device.
Yeah, shot through the wall as he falls back, but it doesn't really get anything done. Dupree holding over at second mid as the only player. Actually, Fnatic are really far forward on mid. That's a nice position for the Swedes to be in. It should give them some information on what's going on.
Well, Twist is about to get isolated. If they end up hitting this, that flashbang brought him off the angle. He wants to fight for it back. Some counter utility being used, but when that smoke comes in, he's out of the fight, and Crims has nothing. Crims just has an M4. He's got no nades. Tough hold for him initially, but the smoke just blooms, obscures everyone's vision. Great damage is done, but no kills found by either side just yet.
Oh, out of bullets, and he comes from Crims. 1 big kill. Twist is going to be down. 2-for-1 trade entering the bomb site. And again, Fnatic have to think about the economy. They have to think about these rifles. They're so valuable right now. They want to back on out. They know this is their ticket to close it out against Astralis. 13th round now on the board for the Danes. They're not done fighting it yet. I don't know. It looked to me like Crims was about to shut that whole thing down.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to line a couple up, or definitely even if Twist at some point just took a blind shot into the smoke, that he would be able to grab one. That is a scrappy fight, though, at Banana, and I'll be honest, it was an ugly fight, as they usually get to at this point in the games. Not always going to be pretty.
So, bomb is going to be going up in that B bomb site. Let's see if they can hunt for the remaining guns here. Astralis are just all in at this point. A lot of bullets and no connections. They're going to live with all 3 rifles. That's I mean, once you lost the round, that's not bad for Fnatic.
I don't think that Fnatic can actually buy up. I almost think that you save for the last round. And maybe even call a timeout to talk it over, but you can invest small on the 2 players who don't have rifles. Get them pistols, get them some utility, but definitely if this gets to round 30, you want to make sure you have everything at your disposal in that final round of regulation. Astralis is so close to making this comeback happen. Existent Crims to defend at top Banana. Twist no longer there with an AWP.
It would almost feel like justice, wouldn't Moses, if they end up winning 16-14 like what happened on Dust 2. Sort of a mirroring of those 2 games. And I probably relish that chance. 29th round. No AWP, 2 pistols. Utility not looking great. Does not mean it can't be done. Shuffling around here a little bit on quad. I kind of feel like they're in a position where if they lose one player here at the A-bomb side, then there's not going to be much defense left.
It could all collapse very, very quickly, couldn't it? Here they come, 3 players top mid, some good nade damage just to soften them up before the final attack. That'd be a big pick for Xyp9x. Twist trying to get creative. That's just a pistol, not the greatest loss in the world. There are still M4s on Brolin and on JW, but they're under a lot of pressure. Bomb is dropped in alt mid still.
Yeah, they're bringing Exist on over now. He's pretty swift on his feet to get into library. You're right, that bomb's still now only just being picked up, and they're gonna make their way back towards Crims.
Exist has read it. He's on his way back to the B bomb site. They only have 1 counter flash though, and that's 1 flashbang to do everything. JW's on the way now as well.
See what it could do. He's lined up for it. The M4, 30 bullets. He's gonna pre-fire it, and he will take down Device. 18 seconds. Is this gonna be it? Crims, he's flashed, he can't see anything, and he's gonna miss the opportunity. Finally goes down. JW with 2 big kills. It still can be done. 8 seconds Exist. He's waiting patiently. He's finally gonna go down. Triple for Sip, and Brolin is so far away. Bomb is ticking away, but this could easily be 30 rounds now. How does he find these 2 remaining players? He's got no smokes. He has got a kit, but it's already taken such a long time. And Dupree might have a great angle against him. He's low on health. Brolin gonna pick up the first one. And Sip on the other side. A bomb and tick. Yeah, he knows it, but he can't do anything about it. He's gonna tap the bomb once, and Sip just waiting. He's actually calling the bluff, and he will get the final one. The quad kill to clutch it yet again. 30 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. This semifinals has got it all here at IEM.
It has to be the worst feeling to hit tab in that 1v1 and see Xyp9x, and just that is part of his power as well. Xyp9x calling the bluff of the young player, daring him to stick that defuse. 15 to 14, Astralis bring it all the way back. But finally, double up setup gonna come out for Fnatic. This is a timeout right at the end.
Well, a nice little tweet for Scream. 30th round.
This has been absolutely wild. Look at the way Xyp9x has stepped up at the end. He's kind of jumped up far above his teammates. Device is close on 20, Xyp9x at 23. Fnatic still very much just spread across 2 frags from top to bottom. That's impressive.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a team be that tightly grouped.
Fnatic's just making so many plays right down the stretch. I mean, that boost over for JW. This one's tough. Exist playing with the smoke. It's caught. He couldn't quite see it. We saw his POV originally, but here we are. Round 30, Chicago, overtime, or Fnatic in the grand finals. Crims with the off.
Oh, that's a deep grenade and a great follow-up from Crims. Taking down Device. It's been a while since Fnatic have had a good beginning to a round, and that's why they've been losing so many of them. Now just 4 more kills on the menu. Fnatic will be able to get the ultimate revenge.
Imagine having to just watch this round play out if your Device picked off early. That's gonna be frustrating. 3-man defense over at the A-bomb side. I mean, with the man advantage, you don't necessarily have to cheat anyone over unless you are 100% certain you have the right read of the play. Oh, the smoke clears. Twist almost gives one back. He's lucky to get away.
He is 55 seconds, and they're going to go back to B. That's really been working out well for them. So they're just going to decide to group on up outside, but look at Twist calling it. This is an early rotation out of him. But this might be what wins them the semi-final. They've set it up so nicely. The crowd is behind them chanting, "Let's go Fnatic." 35 seconds. It's going to be a lot of Molotovs over the wall. Actually, one of them might land dead on Crims. This could be the ticket for Astralis. These grenades could do all of the work for them. 3 of them going over the wall. 1 on Exist, 1 on Crims. Everybody's catching fire. Twist goes down, and there it is. They close it right out. 2 on 4. JW and Brolin left. How can you even dream of retaking this? Astralis grenading their way into overtime. I don't see any other way out of this one. They have got a single kit. They're gonna set up the flashbang, but Astralis, they are all over the place. Everywhere is a crossfire. You are gonna have to spend days looking for these remaining players, and they know it as well. JW trying to sneak on in. What a match this is. JW goes down, and it's 15-15 overtime here at the semifinals.
High fives all around and well earned for Astralis. That strategy is so good, and I think part of it, I think Fnatic was just shell-shocked. They had no idea what to do when they saw those smokes fly over the wall, especially Crims, inexperienced on the AWP, not known to be an AWPer, and just doesn't know where to go with it from there. A great opening pick, but where do you run? If you run out of your spot, you run right into the flashbangs, and everyone's burning alive. Crims even just goes straight from 100 to nothing.
That's the kind of strategy, you know, you write it down on a piece of paper and then you go and do it in the server, and it looks nothing like that. You know, it's like a good theory, but it's very hard to do. There's always going to be someone in a, you know, in a strange position, or they'll have a smoke to put out the Molotov or anything like that. This one, textbook.
What a time for it to be that effective as well. 15-15, we head into OT.
Yeah,
for a spot in the grand finals.
I wonder what this feels like if you're Fnatic, because
everything resets. I think players have gotten very good, and there's enough experience. I mean, it might be different for someone like Brolin and maybe even Twist, but obviously Crims, JW, and Exist, this isn't going to bother them. Same with Astralis. It all just resets. It starts over. You forget about kind of the economic issue. You forget about the back and forths you had in regulation, and you just start from ground zero with the OT rules.
Well, let's see. It's going to happen now. Countdown has begun. Chicago, you ready for overtime? Well, we certainly are as well. New score to look for is going to be then those 19 rounds. That's the new number instead of 16. I guess everyone should know that by now, but... Oh no, Exist. He wanted to challenge, and so did Crims, and they're both going to be gone.
You want to talk about a reset. We haven't seen Astralis that aggressive on their T side throughout regulation. I mean, they just kind of blanked and they just went right at it.
Oh, take the shot, Twist. You know you want to. He's scoped up instead, walking in, and they're waiting for him on that side. If he takes the shot and doesn't get it, he's dead. They're going to peek him right back. It's got such a strange angle right now. Magisk down by the wood logs. And Device close range, 11 health. And oh, he does get it. He can't escape. That's a good 1-2 punch for Astralis. They're still going to be happy about that. Well,
it's JW. He's next up, but he's looking the wrong way. It's just too long to be playing in a 3-on-5 against Astralis. They just hit the pause button. They know you have to make a move to figure out at least what's happening, much less come back into the round. And there goes Brolin. Glaive distracts him. Xyp9x finishes him off, and 16-15. This has been quite a run for Astralis. They have won so many rounds in a row.
11-4 first half in regulation, I believe. Now here we are.
We've won 7 rounds straight to force overtime, and now this first round of overtime.
Yeah, what a... I mean, I really can't believe it. Fnatic have looked like such an impressive team. They've looked better than Astralis, especially here on this last map.
Absolutely have across, maybe even, you could even kind of argue the point for Dust 2.
Yeah, I really can. AKs all across the board. Twist though, oh. If the free makes that jump, does he die?
One of the happy little mistakes, happy little accident. Shout out Bob
Seems
Ross.
like it.
Yeah, well, he's up now with relative safety. Everyone's playing this much more passively. No more rounds where aggressive CT players get picked off in the first 20 seconds. Not in overtime. No one wants to make that mistake. It's the hardest part of young players and new teams. So that's a spam through as well. Xyp9x able to find Twist on the fallback. That's the opt down. Now JW, you can see the response. This is what Astralis is so good at punishing. These kinds of plays, when you're just trying to get your team back in a position to win, is he gonna go through? This is insanity. Magisk is ready for it.
You said they know how to punish it. They played against JW for years now. Rolling out in the open. There's no way that he could have done anything, even with 1 or 2 kills. that bomb site would have been going down pretty quickly, and Crim's gonna fall. Maybe a little bit of an overextension here for the Fnatic side. They have to think about the fact that, well, they still have some money on, actually 4 out of 5 players, so I guess losing the rifles is fine, but still not gonna be able to retake that 2-on-5.
It'll just be painful to get it off in his hands. His device takes it all away. That's a tough lesson to learn for Fnatic. You had 6 chances to put him away in regulation, not able to do it, and now it's coming back to haunt you here. Astralis up 2-0 at OT. This would be a gutting loss for Fnatic.
Yeah, one that they would probably remember and carry with them until the next time they face Astralis for sure. You're gonna burn revenge for that kind of loss. Third round, last of the first half of the overtime, and then they swap sides. Oh, and now we've got the SG-553 in play, and it almost works. Crim's down to 44, the grenades are gonna be chasing them back, and they've got banana control.
Astralis has done a very good job on their T side of getting banana control almost whenever they've wanted it, and for not too costly. Again, Fnatic just very, very passive. Exists in Crim's deep into the bomb site. Crim's with that AWP, the second op. JW playing inside of the A bomb site. Everything else is pretty standard and default from there. And here we go again. Astralis lining up another hit towards this B bomb site, another full execute. And they got all the Molotovs again if they want to do the same exact thing.
Yeah, and even more dangerously, they've got Sip in the middle still holding. So he could maybe keep a couple of people here. They're gonna drop the bomb. They're pretending like they're doing what they did a couple of rounds ago instead. They're just gonna leave Device here. He's waiting, he's thinking about it. There's the shot to take down Crims. That was dead on perfect. Now 40 seconds and they're bringing the bomb back. They feel it. Exist the only one here that can stop them, and he's in trouble. 35 seconds. He's going to flash his way in, looking for one more kill. Beautiful defense, taking down Glaive. He's almost out of bullets, and he's finally going to fall a twist. More trading happening, and now it's a 2-on-2. 24 seconds. They need that bomb plant right now. Looking for it. JW on top of it. Oh, he's gonna spray him down. This is looking so good, Fnatic. If they can just get this last round, there's still a hope, still a chance that they can make it through. The bomb, it doesn't even matter. Brolin will take him down. And Fnatic winning 1 out of 3 rounds here at the overtime of the first half. That was a rock-solid defense from Exist.
And they needed it, not even just for the fact. Not even just because it had been 8 rounds since they won something before, but they just needed some kind of space going into the second half of OT. Back to their T sides, and this is a weird inferno where the offense is dictating everything, but it still applies so much pressure to be down 2-1.
It absolutely does, especially because they've been on the edge of winning this match and going to that grand finals for a long, long time now. Double AWP on the Astralis side, 1 on JW there. Let's see what this Astralis defense can do now that we're in overtime. Of course, Fnatic, again, they have to be worried about that incredible utility defense, all the damage.
The tough part is they handled it so well by controlling the money in that first half when they were on their original offense. Now in overtime, none of that matters. You can't control the economy. Everyone's gonna have money for nades every single round. 16-17. Glaive and Zipnix playing at the top banana. Glaive with the AWP and actually spots one. That's gonna be a great nade. Twist is gonna take a lot of damage. Oh, no. All right.
Where did it, oh, it caught the angle. He's still alive and he's gonna get a little bit of revenge. Glaive dropping down to 34. That can have a really big impact on this round.
That's a classic nade, isn't it? Here comes Twist around the corner. The Molotov gonna keep him back. Doesn't see anything quite yet. There's over a minute left, just at a minute. The bomb is still dropped very, very far back, and let's just hope and pray that Fnatic haven't forgot about it, because that would be a blunder of epic proportions if they were to gain access to a bomb site without having the bomb with them.
It is
already taking mid-control as well.
It is the kind of mistake that if you make it, you probably make it in overtime, right? Roland sees one, but doesn't want to really commit to it. Good counter Molotov here from Device at about 40 seconds. That's going to make them feel somewhat uncomfortable.
Fnatic have a perfect read though. If they go back towards the A site, Dupree's actually third man. He's stacking at the B bomb site. They're lining up these smokes, and actually Dupree's gonna be really, really scared of this entire rotation over. He's gonna be worried about missing the timing.
Yeah, they've got this perfectly figured out, Fnatic. Such a powerful hit coming through the rotation. I think it's going to be too late for Astralis. They've got everything going for them. 18 seconds now, 17. They need to go right now, Fnatic. And they're running onto the bomb site. Device and Meg is somehow the defense. It just might be working. One more kill. 9 seconds here in a 2-on-2. And with the flank coming through apartments, they get the bomb plant down. But the health is working out here for Astralis. Oh, Miss Spray gets it anyway. Sip with the kill. And now it's 16 health left. He is completely trapped on the low ground. There's no coverage here. Finally goes into the pit, but if they know where he is, that is not going to work out well for him. The flashbang to set it up doesn't get actually flashed, and he's still ready and waiting for it. This could be the whole game on the line right now. Astralis about to be at match point. Exist standing up. He's ready and waiting for what he wants to see. Sip 2 gets the kill, and Sip and oh my god! Exist with the triple. 16 health in a 1-on-2. And he picks it right up.
I do not know how he makes that run, crouching, praying that he's not spotted the whole way to the pit. Maybe the one time Astralis was too passive, too cerebral about this retake, and he's able to just be so patient with it, even spots the feet. What a big time play, and Fnatic, they had everything they wanted. They just slow played it for far too long, and it was almost snatched right out of their hands. That's the 4th time you've seen him smile now.
Yeah, get one more in there. He's saving the smiles, Moses, only for the most important rounds. And my God, he's had a few throughout the semifinals. What an unbelievable clutch to bring them to 17-17. Oh no. Is that a team shot?
That very well might have been.
Must have been, because Sip is on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, wandering through the smoke. 3 players here at this B bomb site that they still don't have control. They want to do a late pop flash for Xyp9x to get aggressive, but actually it's Fnatic who blinds it. Twist needs to get that kill, and he does. Controls the spray. Still alive over at the car, but Glaive is now actually coming up along the wall. It looks like they want to go back for more.
Glaive sneaking back in even after the fact. Yeah, just trying for the blind spray.
Fnatic might have won the battle for banana control, but look at what it cost them. Look at the HP. Crims, Exist, Twist. No utility on 3 players, and 3 players well below half health.
Yeah, it probably means that, I mean, if they get a clean entry onto a bomb site, it'll probably be fine, but if it is an extended fight where it's sort of back and forth, yeah,
someone's getting doubled up.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the issue, isn't it? Oh, even a little bit of damage there. Oh, well, there you go. Prophecy has been fulfilled, Moses, and it's going to be Dupree. Oh my God, the lineup. Match point now. Astralis a single round away now from the grand finals. This is an unreal game that we're watching right here. 30 kills on Sip. He's overtaken absolutely everybody in this server.
Well, one more chance for Fnatic. This time it's they who have to claw into double overtime or fall just short. They had their chances. JW now with the op, and actually Xyp9x gonna get aggressive. He's feeling it at the moment. You said leading the pack. 30 kills. Play. Yeah, this is a phenomenal position to have, and I'm not even sure if Fnatic's had to encounter this position at any point.
They haven't, so, and all of these grenades that are coming in from top banana suggest to them, there might not be anyone here. They might just be sort of throwing these grenades. Molotov go past Sip. He's counting the seconds in his head, and he's gonna get the perfect timing. Exist had no clue. Now Astralis with a big chance to close this one out. A lot of damage on JW. They are such a hard team to break. This is one of the reasons now why they're the best in the world. The Fnatic, they've come closer than almost any team I've seen in a very long time to crushing them. But now they need to play for double overtime instead. Grouping up on banana. There's going to be 2 people here, but none of them on the bomb site.
Vice is going to be there so quick as well. He's already halfway, and he's in CT spawn. He'll be there with the quickness as soon as the hit comes in. The question is, does Fnatic want to play at contact? And the answer is no. They're going to go in, and with the man advantage, Astralis more than willing to play retake. They don't need a player inside the bomb site. They can just add 1 more kill onto the tally as Fnatic enters into the site, and that'll be enough.
No grenades left on those 2 players. Sip and Glaive, they've got nothing. Spray, but not really connecting. Glaive, oh, they don't check the boost. He's going to fall down. And as you said, just 1 more is what they need. Sip will get the kill. And now Crimson JW, 2 on 5 to hold on to this semi-final, or it's going to be all Astralis to steal it away. Spray connecting. He's on the other side of the box here. How can you even dream of doing this one? They had all of the chances, and Astralis somehow stayed alive, and it's all come down to this. Crimson JW, deep breath right now for the ultimate defense. Shutting down Glaive is the first step in the right direction, but he's low on health. He's gonna get caught now. 13 health left. They're defusing right in front, and there it is! Astralis picks